Hello and welcome to the Long Island Weather Report. It is 9:30 on December 6th, 2024. Pretty chilly, cold day, though. We did make it above freezing. Did have, unfortunately, a lot of clouds around here. This is this sad light at, I guess, late. I guess it was taken around. I don't know. It doesn't really have the exact time this was taken at. But this was around 10, I guess, 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock. And you can see here, I mean, that's what I'm guessing anyway. You can see all the clouds over Long Island. New Jersey had some clouds, but then as we got later on in the day, yeah, New Jersey actually was mostly sunny for the most part. I do see some clouds over here, but for the most part, mostly sunny over Jersey for at least a part of the day, at least latter part of the day here. We had a lot of cumulus. The cumulus did die down as we got toward the afternoon, so I'll show you what the sky was like, obviously. So you can see here, yeah, there were some. Did see a few pines. I didn't go on a hike today, but I walked around Deer Park a little bit. But you can see we had some clouds kind of mixed in there. But again, as we got toward after 1 o'clock, then the skies kind of became mostly sunny. You can see there. Did have some clear skies for a little bit, and then we had these wispy cirrus clouds kind of come in, and then I did wind up going to Southern's Lake, and you could see we had a little bit of a mess in the sky. See contrails, so yeah, that wasn't so great, but it was still pretty. Yeah, some cirrus, and that's what we're gonna have to worry about for tomorrow as far as trying to get a clear day. This is the problem. So let's go to the Weather Prediction Center map here, and you can see the highs. They went straight to the south. That's where the coldest air went. That's where the best quality air went. And we're kind of on the periphery of it, the northeast periphery of that high. So while they got a lot of nice, beautiful, clear weather in the south, the southeast, and even in Kentucky and Tennessee and those areas, we're on the periphery of it. So if we look at our, let's go to our surface analysis here, you'll see the center of that high is over this area here, the south, all right? So that's where the best quality air went, and we're on the periphery of it. And so we're getting the cloudiness from the lakes, and now we've got this little clipper-type system moving in that's kind of spreading some clouds our way, some higher-level clouds that kind of came in the night. If we look at the current satellite, you can see plenty of those clouds over us now, and I don't know if they're going to be going away for tomorrow or not. That's what we're going to be finding out, obviously. Let's look at our current conditions that are outside right now. And it's pretty chilly out there. We got low 30s. I believe, let's see what we got here. Wait for it to load. Yeah, 30 degrees at Islip. Dew point is 10. So this is pretty dry air. But if we go and we again go into the air over this area here, you can see in these areas here, yeah, 18 degrees. Dew point 7. So that's where the best quality of air. Asheville. In North Carolina, 27, dew point 8. So these are the areas that really had a nice day, and I think that might have even been colder there. Let's see what the high got up to, 37. All right, so about the same temperature-wise, but they had the clear skies, and we didn't really get into that today. And if we go to the MODIS satellite, well, where did I put it? Here it is. We'll pull this out. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, they had clear skies, though. Look at this, though. There are some wildfires over here. What are all these plumes around Atlanta? Are these wildfires? What's going on here? I don't know if those are wildfires or controlled burns. I don't know what they are. But still, you can see mostly clear skies. Not a cloud in the sky in this area. Or we're stuck dealing with all the clouds on the periphery of this high. Because the high didn't go in the right spot. The high has to go over the northeast. And then when it dives into the south, this is what winds up happening. So, yeah, they had nice clear skies. Though I don't know what all these smoke plumes are from. I see a lot of these brush fires. I mean, what is this? What is going on here? What is going on? I mean, we cover the weather on Long Island, but let's see what's going on here. Wildfires. Let's just put wildfires and see what's going on here. Warning of wildfires during cold weather. So it looks like they're dealing with some wildfires over in that area right now. Let's see. News. Suspected east. Okay, so they are talking about some multiple wildfires being reported in North Carolina. 3 wildfires on us. So they're still dealing with the wildfire situation over there, I guess, in the south, which, yeah, I was not expecting to be talking about that. Anyway, let's get back to our weather here and look at our highs for the day, and I'm sure they didn't really get very far yet. Mid-30s. We did make it above freezing on Long Island, so we did overperform a little bit because some of the models are saying we're going to struggle to make it above freezing. Probably similar temperatures in New Jersey for highs. Yeah, mid-30s, and of course it's not showing up on the map, but yeah, mid-30s pretty much, which is definitely well below normal. Let's look at the lows. I don't think there was any radiational cooling. And here's the thing. The lows didn't really get that low. We only got a couple degrees below freezing, despite everybody hyping this air mass of being really cold. We really didn't have a big range in temperatures with such a cold air mass. We had, 5 degrees between the high and the low. No radiational cooling. And, all right, it was, I guess, in Miller Air Park because they got down to 19. But if we take a look at the lows and we pan this out across the country, you'll see where the coldest it was actually colder in. It actually got colder in northern Alabama and western North Carolina, where they had teens. So you could see where the heart of this cold air mass went, and we kind of just got on the periphery of it. We really didn't get into it the way we could have gotten into it. It's just this, I don't know. Usually, you think there'd be enough cold air to cover the whole. Like I said, everybody was hyping this cold air mass, including yours truly. I thought it was gonna. It really wasn't that cold. Really not. I mean, is this really Arctic air? Maybe, but we didn't really get into the meat of this Arctic air mass at all. And you can see clouds around 30 degrees, got up to 36, and if we look at Islip, you'll see that probably plenty of reports of clouds were reported today. Yeah, scattered clouds pretty much all day. Had some clear periods as we got toward later in the afternoon, but more or less, plenty of clouds around. So let's go to our climate statistics for the day, and we'll go ahead and look at Islip. 36 degrees for a high, a low of 30. The high was 11 degrees below normal, but the low of 30 was only 2 degrees below normal. So, again, not that much below the actual normal, even with the cold air advection. This is the real meat of this cold air mass. Like I said, we didn't really get into any of it. It went into the south. We didn't get into any of it, and we're not gonna, unfortunately, this time. 7 degrees below normal for the day. Central Park, you could see 34 degrees for a high. That's 13 degrees below normal, and the low of 30 is 6 degrees below normal, and that puts us 10 degrees below normal for the day. So it was a cold day, but not really. I remember way colder air masses in the beginning of December, so this is nothing even close to breaking any kind of record, if that's what you mean. Speaking of that, let's see if they actually bothered to do the monthly weather summary at Islip, or they finally did it. So finally, it's 5 days into the month, we finally can go over the monthly weather summary. The Upton National Weather Service finally got to it. So here we are. This is November now we're talking about, so the past month. The average maximum high at Islip was 58.6. The normal is 53.6. 5 degrees above normal for the average high. Very warm November. The average minimum, 40 degrees. The normal is 37.6. That put us 2.4 degrees for the low. So that gave us a mean of 49.3 at Islip, which was 3.7 degrees above the normal mean of 45.6. So quite an above normal month. Precipitation totals, fairly close to normal, despite the really dry October we had. 3.34 inches normal is 3.41, but we're still in that drought, like I said before. Central Park, we had an average high of 58.2. The normal is 54, 4.2 degrees above normal there. The average minimum of 44.6 is 2.6 degrees above the normal, and that gave us a mean at Central Park of 51.4, which is 3.4 degrees above normal. Precipitation, again, close to normal amounts. 3.35 inches of precipitation, close to the normal, 3.58. So all in all, yeah, above normal, and we can go look at Newark as well, because I'm sure they had the biggest anomaly here. Yeah, they had the biggest anomaly. Newark had an average high of 60.6 degrees. This is November, all right? That's way above the normal average high of 54.9. That's 5.7 degrees above normal at Newark. The average minimum 43.1, 4.1 degrees above normal. So that gave us a mean of 51.8 at Newark, which is 4.8 degrees above normal, nearly 5 degrees above normal for the month at Newark. And precipitation was a little bit below normal as well. So, yeah, all just really, really, and I'm sure there was not, they didn't bring any of this up here, but I mean, really just a ridiculously warm November, and December starting off below normal, but we're going to see things change, unfortunately, next week, which I'll talk about on Sunday as we get into a real crap pattern, at least for the beginning part of the week. So there you go. And again, the biggest temperature anomalies were in the south. So if we just go, I'm just going to type in Asheville, for instance. It's funny how it can be colder in Asheville, North Carolina, than it can be here. That's just messed up, all right? Though it will bounce back, obviously. So here's the Greenville. Let's see if we can go into their climate data and see what their, I'm just curious as to how much below normal it is for them. Of course, their weather service is a bit of a different layout, so if we can find it, that would be good. But, we'll just do it this way. Let's see if we can find they don't have the actual climatological data here. It doesn't look like they actually have it. They don't actually have that listed here. I'm just kind of curious as to what the anomaly was here. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, very much below normal for that area. I know, very much below normal. I'm trying to find the. We could do observations and see. All right, we're looking at Asheville, right? Well, we can do Greenville. No, that's South Carolina. But you see the kind of day they had already. It was warmer there. I'm kind of looking for Asheville here, the Asheville Regional here. So you can see how cold it was there. It was colder there than it was here. A little bit cold. Look at the dew point it got, way lower. And look, clear skies, not a cloud in the sky. So they had great weather. They had a nice clear sky. We didn't get that, obviously. Yeah, I don't remember where the climate. Oh, here we go. We can find it here. All right, Asheville. Let's see. So Asheville was 7. Yeah. See, much bigger anomalies there. They were 17 degrees below normal for the high, 15 degrees below normal for the day. So this was where the heart of the cold air, when it missed us, we got screwed. And unfortunately, we didn't really get into it. And, well, I don't know when the next Arctic air mass is coming. So I've been seeing this more and more, which is, again, not really normal for the. This is all, part of what's going on with the weather. But anyway, now that we got through that, let's get to talk about the weekend. Luckily, the weekend will be okay. All right. High pressure, again, centered over the south, kind of shifts, and you can see how it just goes over the south. We're stuck in this flow here, which has got moisture coming in from these around the ridge systems. So I got this little clipper that's going to come through tomorrow night that actually is going to bring some snow up to the north of us. I don't think we're going to see anything other than clouds. That passes by on Sunday, and then we start getting to the warmer southwesterly flow behind it. Funny how a clipper, again, this is not normal. If it's a clipper, there should be cold air behind it, but it's actually going to get warmer. So they call this a clipper, but clippers usually bring Arctic air behind them. So, again, all this stuff, not normal at all. So let's go look at the HRRR, 0Z run of the HRRR, to show you, again, what's going to be happening with this. So you can see that this area of light snow, this light precipitation area, is going to be just to the north of us tomorrow night. And some parts of Long Island might get a little flurry or light snow later Saturday night. I don't think it would wind up being rain. But yeah, a little bit of a light flirt from that system, and then that system passes by. But what that system is going to do, unfortunately, for what was supposed to be a sunny Saturday, if we go and we look at some soundings, let's see what we got here. Yeah, these lines are a little close together. It doesn't look terrible. This is 10 o'clock in the morning. But what winds up happening is, as we get into the 17Z, which is noon, you'll see that upper level moisture start to increase because of that system. And that could mean a junky sky for tomorrow. We'll have to see. Here's New Jersey. Those lines are fairly close together. They're not touching, so encouraged here. This is noon, so but by afternoon, you're definitely going to start seeing that cirrus come in. and those lines will probably be touching at this point. Let's see. Yeah, they're close to touching. And not to mention, you might have contrails, too. That's another factor that we may have, even if there are no clouds, because if you have moist upper levels, you're going to have that. So here as you go, we got the dry air in place. Lighter winds tonight, so there might have a chance at some radiational cooling, and because of that, you can see the dew points generally in the teens. So teens possible in the Pine Barrens, 20s everywhere else. Dry air still in place tomorrow. We still have a northwest wind becoming west. And then as we go into Sunday, you'll start to see as that clipper passes. We still have a west wind, but you'll see the air mass change, and it brings in milder air. Again, this should be more Arctic air behind this clipper. Why the hell there ain't? I don't know. That's not normal. But anyway, you'll see here that we have more of a westerly flow, so that will bring in the warmer air, though, as you see the dew points rise. So again, that cold air just gets wasted in the south, and we don't really get into it, the meat of it, like I said. Air temperatures tonight, 20s, and again, if we get that radiational cooling, if we can get rid of these clouds, which right now we have clouds overhead, we can get radiational cooling. If we don't, then we're not going to see the teens in the Pine Barrens. But tomorrow will be warmer than today, highs in the upper 30s, probably around 40. We'll probably see a 40-degree reading somewhere in our area tomorrow. So it will be warmer. And tomorrow night, obviously with that cloud cover around, temperatures are only going to get down to around the freezing mark, and that's going to be it. And then Sunday, here comes the westerly winds. Yeah, and they're going to bring in the temperatures back up into above normal, probably low 50s over Jersey, close to 50 on Long Island. So, yeah, it'll be probably 50 or better on Sunday. So now let's go and look at the sky models here that we have. We will first start, I guess I'll just start with the RGM here at this point. And some models look better than others, all right? So the RGM seems to have these clouds kind of dissipate, and then we have mostly sunny day tomorrow before the junk rolls in later in the afternoon. It would be nice if this actually happened. And then for Sunday, obviously we're going to start with clouds, and then maybe by the afternoon we'll have some mostly sunny skies, perhaps. And then as we go into Monday, obviously that we're going to have to talk about that Sunday night, but we have a miserable week up ahead with more rain. I know we need it, but I kind of like that dry pattern. I'm not going to lie. I liked it. I guess that's why maybe I would like Flagstaff, because I just don't like rainy days, right? But anyway, let's go and look at some other models here. We'll go to the GFS. So GFS, you can see showing more cloud cover. Then as you get toward the afternoon, it kind of thins out a little bit. But the key is, again, how much these upper levels are moist. That's the problem. So when I'm looking at the satellite, I see all this cirrus crap just streaming in. And I'm wondering if we're ever really going to get rid of it, streaming in over the ridge. Because, again, the center of the ridge is over the south. We're on the periphery. We're not getting into the good quality skies. So that is the question. So even though the models are saying, oh, it looks great, you may have, it may turn out that your sky is going to look like this tomorrow with a lot of this crap in the sky. So we'll have to see what winds up happening. There will be sunshine, at least. There will be sunshine. But whether you're going to have a nice blue sky, I can't say for sure. I'm hoping that we can pull it off. Because after tomorrow, and then we get into a miserable little stretch at least for the first part of next week. Which again I'm not going to get into. We just cover the weekend on Friday night. All right. So look at the NAM model as well. So here's the NAM model, and you can see it shows fairly clear skies, and then it shows this cirrus kind of coming in around 1 o'clock. So the earlier the better, I guess. If you're looking for clear skies, I guess we'll have to see what winds up happening or not. But there are certain things that we can actually do soundings with the NAM too as well. So let's see 16Z sounding with the NAM. And it actually looks decent. So maybe we'll luck out. This is 16Z. Let's see. A little clear. Maybe we'll luck out. Maybe we'll luck out at least for the first part of the main point is early. So, I'd like to try to get to the Pine Barrens, obviously. Haven't been there in a long time. So, just trying to get one clear day. Just one clear day. I just prefer a nice clear sky, because if the sky's not great, things aren't going to look the way I want them to. I mean, you can try cloudy. It's like I'd rather have it clear, rather have it cloudy. But if you get a lot of the haze or the milkiness in the sky with the sun, and especially if there's jet junk in there, it's just jet junk is disgusting. So I don't even want to think about that. So hopefully maybe we can luck out tomorrow. Um, because after that, then we're going to deal with more clouds. Here's Sunday, and then NAM, obviously. Even if the sun comes out Sunday, I think we're going to have a lot of that jet junk around, a whole lot more of it. So that's all I'm going to say. Have a great night. Enjoy the weekend. No weather update tomorrow night, so I'll be back Sunday night. Have a good night and enjoy the weekend.